Good morning, Saugus. I'm Kenzy Mostafa, and today is Friday, January 13th.
And I'm Connor Gilbertson. This is SNN. Let's start off today's show by going to Mrs. Peterson Henry with this week's Principal's Message.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year and welcome back. I hope that you all had a good week and that you're settling into your classes. I wanted to mention again that in an effort to continue to keep the campus safe and make sure our restrooms are safe and in good working order, administration is working with your teachers and we are now utilizing bathroom passes and QR codes. Thanks for following the rules and doing your part to keep our bathrooms clean and our campus safe. No one likes to use a restroom that is in disrepair or use a restroom that's being used as a place to do things that are not permitted on campus. Be respectful of all our spaces on campus and help us keep them clean and safe. Another reminder, please don't park in the parking lot if you don't have a parking pass. It's important that you are respectful to your teachers and to your peers who have parking passes. Also, I want you to avoid getting a ticket. I have good news for 9th and 10th graders. If you have an open period that meets after lunch, with your parents' permission, you no longer have to stay on campus during lunch. Finally, if you have not already done so, use this season, the new year, to reflect on your goals and make adjustments if needed. If you don't have any specific goals in mind, please go visit your counselor or our social worker or the Serenity Space. We have staff members available who are more than happy to support you in your mental health and academic health. Monday, there is no school in celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I would like to close with a quote from MLK Jr. that sort of sums up some of the things I've talked about. The time is always right to do the right thing. Having a campus in which there are many people doing the right thing is what makes Saugus a special place. Happy Friday and enjoy your 3-day weekend.
Thanks, Mrs. Peterson Henry. For today's fact of the day, we thought we'd tell you about Friday the 13th superstitions to avoid.
Avoid breaking any mirrors. Superstition states you'll have bad luck for 7 years after.
Holding hands under a full moon can lead to distrust in a relationship.
Rumor has it that eating a jawbreaker on the 13th has more potential for a choking hazard.
Opening an umbrella inside points to bad luck raining down on you.
While all these superstitions are just myths, it's always fun to be in the know. Remember to be cautious, Saugus. Please stand for the flag salute.
Please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
The Assistance League of Santa Clarita Scholarship has 5 scholarships available for senior secondary education. In order to apply, you must be a resident and upperclassman in the William S. Hart District with a GPA of 2.0 or higher and plan to continue education. To apply, you must write a 350-word essay addressing the prompt on the current application on the Santa Clarita Valley Scholarship Foundation website. Applications are due to counselors by next Friday, January 20th. COC's Road to Employment Day will be on January 28th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to help students explore career education programs and other employment opportunities in Santa Clarita. For more information, email the address or use the link listed below. Saugus PTSO scholarship applications are now open. To apply, you must be a current senior member of PTSO with a GPA of 2.0 or higher who plans on attending college, vocational school, apprenticeship, or the military. You must submit a 2-page essay answering the essay prompt by midnight on January 30th. If you have any questions, email the address listed below.
Now let's go to Mr. Fricky with this week's Counselor's Corner.
Good morning, Saugus High School, and welcome to the spring semester. This is Mr. Fricky from the Counseling Office with today's Counseling Corner. My first announcement is for seniors. We have a new scholarship called the Emblem Club Scholarship, which all seniors could apply for. I have it posted on my Google Classroom site. All seniors are eligible to apply, but there's also some specific scholarships if you are a son, daughter, grandson, or granddaughter of a member of the Santa Clarita Emblem Club or the Santa Clarita Elks Club. We also have hard copies in the counseling office. Come by and pick one up, or it's posted on my Google Classroom website. The due date is February 15th is when they must be postmarked. The next announcement is for juniors. Boys and Girls State 2023 is happening this June at Sacramento State University in our state capital. Boys and Girls State is a nationwide program that takes place in every state, teaches young students about citizenship, patriotism, and American government, and students participate in a mock government, writing bills and laws, running for office, publishing newspapers, all within this mock government format. There'll be an informational meeting today, Friday at lunch in the NPR. You must be an 11th grader to participate. The applications will be given out at the informational meeting, and if you apply, we'll do semifinalist interviews and then finalist interviews with the American Legion to see who could represent Saugus High School at Boys and Girls State. This is the first year that Boys and Girls State is combined in a co-ed conference, so it'll be boys and girls together attending this conference. I encourage all 11th graders interested in American government, politics, and leadership to come to our informational meeting to find out if Boys and Girls State is something you'd be interested in participating in. That's it for me. Now back to our anchors.
Thanks, Mr. Fricky. Good morning, Saugus. I'm Ryan Harris with today's Saugus Sports Update. Today, boys basketball plays Valencia, Frosh and JV play at Saugus, and varsity plays at Valencia. JV plays at 3:30, Frosh plays at 5, and varsity plays at 6:30. Girls basketball plays Valencia at Valencia. JV starts at 3:30, and varsity starts at 5. Tomorrow, boys basketball plays Valencia in the MLK Showcase at Village Christian High School. Varsity plays at 6:30. Good luck to all our Centurion athletes. That's all for me. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is on Monday. Let's go to Marie Marcos with this segment on his legacy.
Have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
Good morning, Saugus. This is Marie Marcos reporting for SNN. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the most influential civil rights activists during the 1950s. He was a leader of peace and the man who led our country into a better future. King was born in Atlanta, Georgia on January 15, 1929. As a brilliant student, King attended Morehouse College, where he studied as a sociology major. There, he met Dr. Benjamin Mays, who influenced him to follow in his father's footsteps into joining the ministry. After graduating, he attended Crozer Theological Seminary, where he earned a Bachelor of Divinity degree, which helps in leadership roles for people wanting to work for faith-based religions. King also enrolled at Boston University, where he later earned a doctorate in systematic theology. During his time there, he met his future wife, Coretta Scott, and would later become the parents of 4 children. Once they were married, the couple moved to Montgomery, Alabama, where King became a pastor. There were many struggles of segregation in the city. Wanting to elicit change, King led the Montgomery bus boycott from December 5, 1955 to December 20, 1956. It helped to provide more equality in the transit system because later that year, the federal district court ruled in Browder v. Gale that bus segregation was unconstitutional. A few months after, the U.S. Supreme Court affirmed Browder v. Gale and struck down laws requiring segregated seating on public buses. Since the boycott was so successful, he and other activists founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Their goal was to spread equality in nonviolent ways, such as peaceful protests and marches. The Walk on Washington is one of these famous marches that took place in 1963, where King delivered his iconic I Have a Dream speech. This rally was dedicated to focusing on the injustices of African Americans throughout the country. King was now known by many and later won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. Though he had more plans for the future, on April 4, 1968, King was assassinated on a balcony of a hotel in Memphis, Tennessee. Soon after, riots broke out as the country fell apart. Many Americans were devastated as King's leadership was no longer with them. Years of campaigning continued, and in 1983, President Ronald Reagan created a day to honor King and his legacy. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is now celebrated on the third Monday of January to celebrate the brave hero who helped shape our country for the future of others. This has been Marie Morcos reporting for SNN.
Despite all the barriers he faced, he never stopped fighting for what was right.
National Honor Society is holding a meeting for all students interested in joining this semester on Tuesday, January 17th in room H803. Drop-offs are not accepted from meal services or parents. If you need to pick something up from your parents, meet them at the front gate during passing period, brunch, lunch, or open periods. Open period stickers are not available in the ASB office yet for this semester. If you have had a schedule change and need to leave campus during your open period, you must show your schedule to the campus supervisors at the gate until stickers are ready. The cafeteria is still offering one free breakfast and lunch for every student. Additional breakfast costs $2 and additional lunch costs $3.50.
That's all for today. I'm Kenzy Mostafa. Stay tuned for SNN Radio and Saugus Today.
And I'm Connor Gilbertson. Remember that because of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we do not have school on Monday. Have a great day, a great long weekend, and we'll see you next week.